Mike, you've been on a lot of great teams, championship teams. You know what a championship team feels like. Does this feel like a championship level team now?
Well, I mean, we haven't even practiced yet. Yeah, but certainly we feel like we could be. But we got to put in the work day in and day out. And, we're obviously very, very excited about what we have here. Everybody feels a little bit more comfortable with the experience we gained last year and the year that we had. And knowing that that's still not good enough. And so we're really excited for the opportunity to come into work and earn a chance to be at the top of the NFL, and that's what we're going to try to do.
As a guy who's been to a Super Bowl, though, what can you kind of tell guys, about the journey and what it takes?
Well, it's long. It's about 2 months longer of a year than if you don't make the playoffs. You got to have a little bit of luck. You got to be able to stay healthy. You got to be able to, be your best when your best is needed. And I think we have the guys that are made up of the right stuff in this locker room, and certainly the right coaching staff to get us in place to have those opportunities to win those kinds of games. But like I said, it's July 22nd, and we got a long way to go.
Mike, you're getting ready to go into your 8th camp. What would you tell 24-year-old you getting ready to go into his first camp?
Just kind of, I think, stay the course. I think I made the mistake early on in my career of, expecting a lot out of myself or weighing the opinions of others on top of my identity as, a human being and as a football player. And so you got to stick to what you know. You got to be confident in who you are, and understand that the only opinions that matter are the ones of your coaches and the ones of, yourself. And if you let other people's opinions start shaping your own about yourself, then that's when you get pretty screwed up. And it's good to be on the other side of it 8 years later. But it's all it is about staying the course and trying to get better every day.
Mike, the Broncos had a couple of your former teammates in San Francisco with Hufanga and Greenlaw. What do those guys bring to the team that we might not even know that you've been former team?
Well, I mean, obviously their play speaks for themselves. I think Huff and Dre are two of the best at their positions across the league, and they are monstrous additions for us defensively. But the two of them bring such an energy, especially, defensive side of the football is a very emotional, energetic kind of style of play, and you can feel Dre Greenlaw when he steps onto the field. You can feel Huff when he makes plays in the box or takes a chance on a great interception, and those two are going to help us tremendously this year, and happy to be back on the same side as them.
Mike, earlier when you said you listen to other people, how did that manifest itself? Were you less confident?
Yeah, I think so. And when you're young and you grow up and you want all the, you play for the wrong things. You play for, people to like you, people to give you accolades, titles, things like that. And you realize that all you want to do is just live out your dream and be the best, right? So it's been a long journey to get there, and excited to keep trying to get and find that way to keep going. And feel like I had a great year last year and an opportunity to continue to build on it, and that's the exciting part.
Mike, how much do you pay attention to the way your O-line was ranked and maybe the lack of rushing success, but now adding Dobbins and Harvey to that mix?
I really don't care where we're ranked. I care about how we play, and I think we played well. And we have but at the same time, there's a ton of room to grow, and we all know that. And I think it's the first time in my career, and I'm sure a lot of the other O-linemen can speak to the same, that we really didn't touch anything. There's the whole two deeps back. You got a couple rooks coming in to push us a little bit forward. And that's a pretty cool thing, and I think that says a lot to what our group has accomplished so far. Certainly having RJ and JK and the rest of the running back room is going to really be helpful for us, and I think we have a long way to go in terms of improving that area of our offense, and we're excited for that opportunity because we know if we can accomplish that, we're going to have a lot of success this year.
How much does it change when you start camp knowing that Bo's the guy, and based on how he played last year, how much confidence does it give a team where you're not looking over your shoulder the whole camp wondering who the guy's going to be?
I don't think it really affected anybody's confidence a year ago, but I think it was it kind of became the expectation midway through. And then the way that he looked in the spring and the way that he came back and the energy that he came back with, it certainly gives his confidence is going to radiate through the whole team. And Bo's done a great job of that. He's a pro's pro in the way that he approaches the game and the way that he treats his teammates. And he's gonna be a great player for us this year.
In terms of his confidence and his huddle presence and his leadership, what is the difference between Bo now versus Bo, say, week 1 of last year?
Well, certainly the experience of playing football games in this league is very, very valuable. Now he knows what it feels like. He knows what it looks like. He knows, obviously, that he is very good at it. And I think that just gives him the hunger for more. I think that's what's really impressive about Bo is his competitive nature of just trying to get the most out of himself every single day. And that ability to stack those days is why he improved so vastly and so fast as the season went on last year. And I only expect the same things from him this year.
Do you think that was last year? Was that the best you played? Do you feel like that was your best all-around season?
I don't know. I don't know if that's really for me to judge. But I felt good about it, and I feel good about where I'm at now, and my abilities moving forward. It was a great year, both personally and as a unit, and there's a lot to improve on, and that's what I'm going to try and do. Try to be the best I can.
Now that you're going into your third year with Zach at the front of that room, I mean, what has he meant, I guess, to your group as the position coach, and then sort of like, are you all sort of at the graduate level now? I imagine in terms of what you're working on.
I think we all like to think that we're at the graduate level, right? We all think that we know more than we do, but Zach's been unbelievable for our group. Zach, I think, retired a year before I got into the NFL. So I think it was Garrett's rookie year. So having a guy that's played that recently, he was in our shoes. He was Sean Payton's O-lineman. Like, he understands what the expectation is for our group, for us as an individual, and his ability to communicate the techniques, his ability to instill belief in his players, is so valuable for us, and I think I speak for the entire room when we wouldn't want to play for anybody else. Zach personally has helped me revive a lot of really big aspects of offensive line play in my career, and I think everybody else would say the same thing. And we're very, very lucky to have Zach Strief as our O-line coach for sure.